Today we're taking a look at these NCAAB matches, which are happening on Tuesday, December 28, 2021, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 500 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting advice that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advice. Notre Dame vs Pittsburgh. The Irish defeated Texas A&M Corpus Christi 83-73 to finish up with a victory before the Christmas break. Senior Dane Goodwin led the Irish with 21 points, while 4 other Irish players reached double figures in scoring. Notre Dame fell behind by as many as 9 points in the first half before mounting a comeback. The Irish went on multiple runs after the slow start to push their lead to 42-27 by halftime. Notre Dame surrendered the lead in the second half briefly, but were able to pull away thanks to 3-point field goals from Goodwin and Cormac Ryan. The Irish shot 49% from the field for the game and 55% from the 3PT line. Defensively, Notre Dame held the Islanders to 47% shooting from the field and 47% from the 3PT line. Each team committed 14 turnovers and Notre Dame won the rebounding battle 31-29. Notre Dame has been inconsistent this year and I look for that to continue here. Pittsburgh may be just 3-3 in their last 6 games, but they are 5-1 at TS over that stretch. They have a win over St. John's on the road and a couple of 1-point losses to Virginia and Minnesota over that stretch. Pittsburgh is in better form at the moment and they have the defense to keep a less than stellar North Dakota offense under warps. Pittsburgh has struggled to shoot the ball this year, but the Irish are 247th in defensive FG% overall and 333rd in 3-point defense. This will be a close game throughout and for that, I will take the points with the Panthers. Our first betting advice is to pick Pittsburgh +4. In their last game, they beat Jacksonville 64-55, hitting just 38% of their shots overall, including 33% of their shots from long range in the process. Leading their attack was Femi Ajikale, 12.4 ppg, who had 28 points, while Mahamadou Gay, 7.3, who had 15. The Panthers do play about 9 players a night, but just 4 of them average more than 5.4 ppg. John hugely leads the team with 14.5 ppg. The Pittsburgh defense has been tough as they have allowed just 63.7 ppg, which is 83rd in the nation, and they also rank 117th in defensive FG%, but 214th in 3-point defense. That could be a problem against a decent 3-point shooting team in the Irish. Our second betting advice is to pick under 127. Quick reminder, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 500 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting advice that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advice. Fresno State vs Boise State. Fresno State scores an average of 66.5 points per game, but the Bulldogs do not shoot that well at 43.9% overall and 31.1% from behind the 3-point line. Orlando Robinson is the leading scorer for the Bulldogs with an average of 18.5 points per game and is the only player for Fresno State averaging double figures in scoring. 3 other players average between 8.2 and 8.6 points per game. Isaiah Hill is the leader in assists with an average of 3.0 dishes per contest. Fresno State averages 12.6 assists and 10.9 turnovers per game. These teams have followed similar trajectories with nearly identical metrics so far this season, but Boise State has done it against a much tougher schedule with more impressive wins. The Broncos have played better since putting the star freshman Degenhardt in the starting lineup for Doutrive and can cover this narrow spread at home, as all 3 of Fresno State's losses have come in true road games. Fresno State's offense is limited with a mediocre 49.5 team effective field goal percentage on the season, and the scoring depth falls off rapidly after the outstanding Robinson. That's going to be a challenge against this Boise State defense that has cracked the top 20 in KenPom thanks to locking down the paint while allowing 3-point attempts at the 6th lowest rate in college basketball, and the Broncos are one of the few teams with enough size to guard the 7-0 Robinson that Fresno State has faced so far. Our first betting advice is to pick Boise State -4. The Broncos are also above .500 against the spread at 7-5 and have now covered in 4 straight games after a rocky start. Overs are just 3-9 for the Broncos, and 4 of their last 5 games have gone under the betting total. Boise State is still trying to figure things out offensively with an average of 69.4 points per game on 50.6% shooting from 2 and 33.3% shooting from 3. The Broncos have been stout on the defensive side, ranking 17th nationally and scoring at 58.5 points per game allowed on opponent shooting splits of 42.7% from 2 and 31.1% from deep. NCAAB is Boise State's leader with 14.8 points, 6.8 rebounds and 1.5 steals per game on 49.3% shooting from the floor. Shaver Jr. adds 12.5 points per game, with Emmanuel Lecout not far behind at 11 points and 3.3 assists per contest. Senior guard Devonair Doutrive, who averaged 9.1 points and 4.6 rebounds through 7 games this season, was dismissed from the team 3 weeks ago. Our second betting advice is to pick Notre 117.5. Yale vs St. Mary's. The Bulldogs have now fallen to 2 straight defeats and have lost 3 of their last 4 games. Overall, the Bulldogs are now 6-7 for the season after they were beaten 69-60 by Monmouth in their previous game. As reported by Automated Insights, Matthew Cotton scored 2 points despite heading into the matchup as the Bulldogs' second leading scorer at 12 points per game. He failed to make a shot from 3-point range, 0 of 4. The Bulldogs have been decent offensively, scoring an average of 72.8 points per game. However, they have struggled defensively, allowing 69.8 points a game. Both Yale and St. Mary's have a solid trio leading the way, but the Gales are the far better shooting team. That is a huge difference in a contest like this, where the Bulldogs are already facing a cross-country trip in a hostile gym. The fact that St. Mary's is so much better shooting and plays such a great defensive scheme should make this an easy victory for the Gales. One major edge that Yale has used to their advantage is the number of shots that they have taken per game, 61.5, ranked 77th in the country, while St. Mary's is only taking 54.5 shots per game. That is part of the Gales' plan, as they slow down the pace and take high percentage shots, while denying those opportunities to opponents. With Christmas over, college basketball gets back into full swing as the Yale Bulldogs take on the St. Mary's College Gales on Tuesday. Yale will be looking to snap a 2-game losing streak, as they fell to Monmouth the last time they took to the court, 69-60. The Bulldogs' most recent contest against Howard was cancelled. St. Mary's is coming off a 75-58 victory over Missouri State. Yale is 3-7 ATS in their last 10 games, while St. Mary's is 6-3 ATS in their last 9. The Gales have been in sprightly form right through this season. In fact, they have risen swiftly to 11-3 for the season. After a 63-53 loss to SDSU, the Gales recovered quickly with a 75-58 win over Missouri State. According to Automated Insights, Tass hit 12 of 15 shots for the Gales, 11-3, who have won 8 straight at home. Tommy Cuss finished with 16 points and 7 rebounds, while Logan Johnson scored 13. The Gales have built their season around resounding defense, which has conceded just 58 points per game. Their offense has managed to put up 67.5 points per game, which is 305th in the nation. Our first betting advice is to pick St. Mary's Gales at -12. St. Mary's is averaging 67.5 points per game, 274th overall, but they are one of the best defensive clubs in the country, allowing 58.0 points per contest, 16th overall. The Gales are shooting 46.4% from the field, 86th overall, and are 185th in 3-point shooting, 33.7%. St. Mary's is slightly less efficient than Yale from the free throw line, connecting on 70.4% of their free throws. Our second betting advice is to pick under 130.